Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Path of Exile 2, welcome back to the Matland waterways, and to the adventures of Jeet Kun Donut, an itinerant monk from the Sprinkle Kai Dojo. Because you can't have a donut without sprinkles. It's a physical impossibility. If it doesn't have sprinkles, it isn't a donut. So today we are going to finish off this act. We're going to work our way all the way through to, hopefully, through to the end, Doriani, and the events which follow. I'm having a considerable amount of fun playing this build, and once I develop the build into the end game build, which should only be another couple of episodes, it's coming on, and it's coming on really quick. I'll sit down and I will run through exactly what gear I'm using, exactly what spec it is, and blah blah blah. At the moment things are changing so quickly. I'm using some abilities this day, some abilities that day. I'm using, I'm picking up different sticks almost every day, different armors every day. So there's no point in doing it right now. I will do it, as I said, in the next, once the oh. Yeah, once the end game spec starts to solidify a little bit, I will.
This temple has long since fallen into disrepair.
I'll go through it in a great deal of detail.
Once the capital of the Empire. And that is the Royal Temple, home to Queen Atziri in her final days.
How far the mighty have fallen.
Indeed. Let's hope that fall rattled out all their gold. This was the capital of the Vaal Empire for much of its history, but some sort of incident burnt much of it down. After that, Azalaval became the seat of power until Queen Atziri returned the royal court to Lyraval and rebuilt it. Atziri's treasure vaults are legendary. I can only hope they're somewhere inside.
If we do not find her vaults, what else might lie within?
That's the great thing about the Vaal. You never know. The legends differ on the source of the wealth. Some say she demanded tribute from all over the Empire. Some say suitors and power seekers simply gifted it to her in vast caravans. In any case, if the vaults actually existed, they were lost in the cataclysm. But this is a great place to start looking.
It is not my goal, but for you, I will remain vigilant.
In my readings, accounts of the cataclysm are scattered, as one might expect. Some say it began here. Some say it happened at the mountain we now call Highgate. Supposedly, it had something to do with Atziri's obsession with immortality. But that's all the survivors knew. The Empire died in a single night. Only 3,126 Vaal survived to reach the Azmiri Mountains.
And Wraeclast is still suffering from the consequences to this day.
Indeed.
The legacy of the Varl might always be with us. Until next time.
Right, let's do a little bit of room building. See what we can put where. I have to be in the mood for these places. I can understand why some you watch some content creators' videos, and all of their maps are completely filled in, except the Varl. And I can understand why. There are times when I absolutely love running these temples, and there are other times when I'm like, yeah, no.
The temple stirs, reshaping itself from within.
That's where Alva usually says, "Oh gosh, blimey. How interesting."
What power to shift the very earth beneath our feet.
Ziri herself probably stood right.
Yes, I kind of tried to explain yesterday. It can be a little bit confusing putting one of these spin to win monks together, because there are so many different ways of doing it. There are all sorts of different subtle little differences from one content creator to another to another to another, and you really just have to work out what suits you and what is it that you want. Do you just want someone to farm, 10s, 12s, 14s, or do you want someone to do the Uber and, fully juiced up T16 maps and all that kind of stuff? And there are some people who use these Loctonial caress. There are other people who say it's not necessary. There are some people who use the empty hand technique. Some people say no, don't. It's not necessary. Some people use runic meridians. Some people say no, don't worry. You can get it. You can do better using other things. So it's. There are so many different variations and so many different kind of, ways of doing it. You really just have to have a look, see what you want. Like, I can't get my head around, I can't, at the moment at least, I don't seem to be able to work rend into my build properly. I can see the benefit. It gives you an 8 to 10 second 50% lightning bonus, lightning buff, lightning damage buff. And so using it would be good. It's just getting it built into your rotation. And and then there are other people, they're like, oh no, you can, just buff use your staff buff, that'll do for most things, and you only need to use it for bosses, and, so this is an absolutely brilliant build if you only have a couple hours. And one of the reasons I built this basically as a feeder unit for my druid, who's having a bit of a trouble getting the gear he needs to complete the higher end game content. But this is a perfect class for people who haven't got a great deal of time to spend leveling up and playing. So if you're a dad gamer and you're coming home and you've got a couple hours to spend, you've put the kids to bed, you've got a couple hours, you want to just, dive in, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. 99% of the gear that I've got is all stuff that I've picked up off the floor or I've bought off merchants. Right. I haven't twinked this thing at all. I've got some endgame items in the bank for it. But that's just crap that I had lying around in my bank anyway, in my vaults anyway. So, just doing nothing. So this is a great alternative for people who want to just be able to get in, to play, and to actually achieve something. It's a strong build, it's a fast build. You can kill most things that I've come across in the game. You can kill no problem. And playing it will give you the feeling that you've achieved. You don't die that often, so it's not a frustrating thing. The only frustration I've found is the to-hit ratios. There are issues with the to-hit stuff, and I'm not entirely certain what to do about that, apart from maybe not get frustrated with it. And I have to say that sometimes I do get a bit grumpy with it, but that's a me problem. But yeah, this is perfect for a casual gamer. It's perfect for a dad gamer. It's absolutely perfect for somebody who wants to farm, who wants to play it a lot harder, a lot more seriously, and go farm endgame content.
The Azak, them are true monsters. Not cannibals, no. But them will not hesitate to feed you to their war beasts. The Azak and the Orak tribes been fighting almost as long as the Val been gone. But the Azak are beyond cruel. Their queen witch, Ignakdok, she takes a child every blood moon night. For what? I won't say. If you cross into their territory, only death awaits you there. This is my son. When he did not return from the jungle, I feared the worst. But I still had hope. The warring tribes have taken that hope away from me. Curse the Azak, curse the Orok, and curse this day. Promise me, you will not tell Apus his father is dead. Let him remain a child for one more day. You are confident? I give you that. Do you truly believe you can beat the Azak tribe? Do so, and my people would be forever grateful. Slay Ignakdok and free the spirits of our stolen children.
So yeah, this is a strong class, it's an adaptable class, and you can do pretty much what you want with it. Whatever suits your playing style and whatever suits your ability to play. And if, like me, you have some physical limitations on what you're doing, most of the time I'm just using 1 or 2 buttons. So, you know, I think that this is this would be a perfect starter class for, in my opinion. At the very beginning, you're a little bit squashy. But once you've got your first few abilities, and once you can do a few things, and you've got the dodges and stuff sorted out, and all that, and maybe you've put some cold into your routine as crowd control, then you know your worries are over until much later on in the game. So yeah, it's great, and it's not challenging, and it doesn't cost a fortune to set up. The stuff that I've got for the stuff that I've got for this one, for like, you know, 80 plus, I think I've got a pair of gloves and a stick. The gloves sell for if I was to buy the gloves, I think they sell for about 50 exes, and the stick for about 5 div. So, you know, it's very, very low cost to set up, and to actually set up to play at a relatively high level. So it's low cost and low maintenance, and you get a very high return on your investment. So I can't think of a better. I honestly can't think of a better starting tune for anybody new to the game to play than this one. And it'll give you such a good return. It might even, you know, it might even help you create something a little bit more challenging, a little less kind of, you know, a little less monk. Something that requires a little bit more investment to really kick off.
Time for Utzal to reveal its secrets.
Drained. Let's go witch hunting.
I can feel it. The stench is damaging my calm.
So going back to what I was saying about rend and devour and stuff, you'll see, having a look at my on my spell bar, my ability bar. I've not got any rend, devour, or anything. I'm just simply using 2 buttons, and that's it. And as you can see, I'm having absolutely no difficulty at all. Some of the bosses, some of the higher end mobs that can be tricky, but mobility is also a good remedy for that. Mobility, and obviously having a look at my energy shield and my life, I'm lacking in both of those. But then I'm little. You know, I'm little. When my end game build is up and running, I should be looking at about 60-65% evasion, about 5,500, 6,000 energy shield and about 1,600 life. And all my resistance is at between 71 and 75. And that should give you enough then. And there are some combinations of unique flasks and unique belts that can help give you, more survivability. But then you're getting a little bit into the weeds, and once you're up there, you can have a look at that. But there's no point in looking at it now. Level 30. The Mystic
This is my
Refuge.
best guess. Hope there's no damn bugs out there.
Oh, there will be.
This lot are right fearsome. Seems the local tribes have been at each other's throats for some time. Strangely, they don't want to come near me. When they catch sight of my tool glowing, they go running. Which I'm not complaining about.
Look, if some guy
Back to it.
Some guy came marching towards me in the jungle with a glowing tool in his hand, I think I'd probably run the other direction as well. To be fair. So I'm using these now with Palm Strike to build up some donuts. And then buff my stick up. So you can see that in the top left hand side. The little glowing donut, that's the charges that I've got.
Lifetime.
That was fairly
I
efficient.
hope the children of Servi's tribe can now rest.
Quickly. The members of this expedition seem to believe that the ziggurat beneath our feet holds an ancient device that was intended to be used against the cataclysm that destroyed the Val. The source of that cataclysm was the previous beast, which means the device below may be exactly what we need to stop the new one. Find your way into the ziggurat, and let us see what the greatest minds of the Val Empire created. If they didn't manage to complete it in time, maybe we can finish their work.
Be warned, friend. The waterways on the Matlan River be a barrier between us and the Azak tribe. The Orok may be troubled, but the Azak, them are true
Well, I just
horror.
killed them, so you're
Their
okay.
Queen Witch, Ignagdok, takes her child every blood moon. Why? I won't guess. If you trespass, only death awaits you. But if you survive, while you are there, please, rip out our heart. You have slain the Bog Witch? Oh, then you have healed a wound on the heart of my people. Today, these swamps be blessed by a touch of sunlight.
I would do it all again, even without a reward.
It hurt me deeply to find him there. To find him like that. Still, I thank you for finding his body. His spirit roams the jungle with his fathers now. The warring tribes, the Azak, the Orak, they have a lot to answer for. You should have never drained the lake. My tribe depends on the waters for our safety. How will we fend off the Orok or the Azak now? And worse, you have unleashed the horrors of the Val once more. Know this. You bring up bad omens from the depths that should have stayed buried, and you will regret it.
You drained the entire lake? I was going to ship in some Kalguran explosives. But that's one way to get into these temples, I suppose. Oh, Alva's found something. She's waiting for you at the base of these stairs. I'd join you, but I'm not sure how much I trust 2,000-year-old waterways to keep the city dry. You enjoy yourself.
Beyond this sealed door is the temple of the sun god Kopek. I've seen writings by a fellow named Ketzuli that mention his research in this temple, but I can't quite make sense of what the device was or how it functioned. Unfortunately, we can't use Kalguran explosives without risking whatever's inside. However, there's a piece missing from the door. Knowing the Val, it'll be made of gold, of course. I recommend heading into the city to search for it. Try looking around the Agarat area, as that is well known for its opulence and the golden tributes, especially at the main temple's apex. Hurry back if you find it.
So, the city of Utsal has been laid bare to the world after all these centuries. I know you're after some particular device, but I can't help but remind you that we are here for a purpose of our own. Treasure hunters hunt treasure, yeah? I'll not be the first to set foot in those deadly sunken ruins. But if you're braving them, you might as well keep an eye out for anything that looks valuable. In particular, look for buildings with monkey statues on them. If you spy something like that, give me a shout. I'm no storyteller, but I know what's what. The monkey represented Kamasa, the Val god of wealth. If you see a statue of a monkey, it means treasure. It may be a vault, maybe a temple, could be a vast forge. Any of the above would mean fabulous riches.
So he's looking for something shiny.
We came to this forsaken land, chasing the red skies. Here, we are near the epicenter of the apocalypse. Opulent ruins filled with horrors. I took a necklace of gold from a twisted corpse, and it fought back with impossible strength. I cut it down, yet it still pursued me. What possible trinket was worth suffering these cursed lands to obtain? Cadogan knows no mercy. Did he know what we would find here? I have stared deep within my scrying pool, searching for answers. None come.
The jungle holds many secrets, it seems. Now, what have we here? A third tome. What do we have this time? Volume 3, The Triskelion. To repair their broken unity, the Runefathers forged the Triskelion Flame, a monumental achievement of exquisite craftsmanship. The Runefathers toured Midgard with their creation. It demanded hope. It whispered a promise. It healed the people's aching hearts left in the absence of Aldur. The Triskelion was returned to the capital, where the Runefathers kept it as a bastion of harmony for all Midgard.
It sounds spectacular indeed. Assuming it does all they say it does.
I feel we're close to finishing this story. Let's keep on the trail. So, are we done here?
He's always desperate to leave these places.
Are we done in here? A strange lot, this bunch. What did they even do in here?
I imagine they were mystics, based on what we see here.
Yes, I'm surprised to see that. The Kelgurans seemed very practical to me. This suggests there's more to it. Good. Now, let's get a move on.
Yeah, bye-bye, Farah. You go back to the ziggurat, where you're safe-ish.
You're mine!
The runesmiths have tried everything to ward off the encroaching crimson that clouds my scrying pool. It may be too late. I have not seen the future past in days. Some of my mystics refuse to look away from the pool. Their skin hangs from their bones. They do not move. They do not eat. They will not speak. Whatever they see has consumed them. Our past is severed. Our future is nothing.
Sounds like a cataclysm to me. But then what do I know? I'm just a donut.
We came to this forsaken land, chasing the red skies. Here, we are near the epicenter of that apocalypse. Opulent ruins filled with horrors. I took a necklace of gold from a twisted corpse, and it fought back with impossible strength. I cut it down, yet it still pursued me. What possible trinket is worth suffering these cursed lands to obtain? Cadogan knows no mercy. Did he know what we would find here? I have stared deep within my scrying pool, searching for answers. None come.
What have you learned? Move swiftly.
The bugs out here are driving
There's a little more on the Triskelion Flame here. The Runefather's conquest came from their incredible design.
They toiled and poured their will into the most elegant combination of complex rune shapes that ever existed. But not every runefather's ambition was sated. Yes, of course. There's always some greedy bugger who desires more.
Hundreds and hundreds of years underwater. I bet this place absolutely stinks.
Dank rats.
Dank and rancid, and that's just the memes.
The soul unleashed!
Look, there's a little Asmiri spirit. Yeah, I can hear you. Well, I think I might have come up with a suitable solution to the issue that I was talking about the other day.
That's it. Kamasa, the monkey god. Even I'm tempted to... No, I'll just die horribly.
I'm not interested in treasure, but wisdom. That is what I seek.
I've never been quite sure if Kamasa was actually a monkey, or if he was just god of monkeys. In either case, he held their love for shiny things. The wealth wasn't the point, but his cult still slowly grew to become the richest in the Vaal Empire. Eventually, they became the very guardians of the treasury itself. The famed Pirandes family would have been paupers in comparison. I can almost feel my greed overcoming my caution. Almost. Little is known about the monkey god. He was initially portrayed as curious, wise, and prone to mischief. In the earliest tales, if he appeared, it was to do one of two things. Impart mysterious wisdom, or steal something shiny from a wealthy noble. Unfortunately, his greed apparently grew as the Vaal expanded. Later tales portrayed him extorting peasants and blackmailing nobles for increasingly large tithes. His cult's core values became exploitation and ambition. His high priests eventually ran everything remotely financial in the Empire. I can only imagine what treasures are hidden in their ancient coffers.
Yeah, why am I not surprised? It's the Vaal after all. Yeah, so I've got a couple of major operations coming. One to put some stuff right in my jaw, the other to put some stuff right in my chest and upper abdomen following a big accident I had a couple of years ago. They've done most of the things that need to be done, but there's some things that they need to put right, and in recent months something in my jaw's gone wrong, so they need to have a look at that. And I was in talking to them about it the other day, and I've got to have a pretty big operation on my jaw, and it means I'm not going to be able to speak at all for a couple of weeks, and properly for a couple of weeks after that. So I'm a bit uncertain about what to do with the channel, and I think I was like gonna either use an AI voice talking to a script, or I was going to ask my wife to do a voiceover, but that's not fair. She's got so much other things to do, and she'll be looking after me as well at the time, you know, and looking after the dog and running the house and everything, so it's just not fair. So I've been thinking that maybe what I'll do is I'll do a separate series and do like 3 or 4 weeks worth of stuff that I can put out, that I can make before I go into hospital, and that I can put out as like a special series, and then get back to Path of Exile or whatever is because it's not going to be until the towards the end of the year. The first one ain't going to be until the end of the year, and you know, so I can do like a special series. Maybe do a Diablo 4 series, depending on when their next season starts, because they've usually got a season that starts in October or November. Maybe I'll do a Diablo 2 resurrected thing. I always wanted to have a look at to redo my warlock on Diablo 2. So yeah, I might do that, and that way that I can still deliver a series. It's just I won't be here physically. I hope everybody will be alright with that, because I think that's probably the best that I can do under the circumstances. And talking of YouTube, would you please mind considering liking, subscribing, and leaving a message if you feel motivated. That would be absolutely wonderful. Thank you. And I know people say that it makes a difference, but it really does. It makes a huge difference to a tiny little channel like mine. Makes a massive difference, and it puts us up in the algorithm, so we get pushed out to a few more people, and more people watch us, and then they might leave a comment or leave a like or whatever, and then we go up a little bit more. So I mean it does work, and I'd be very grateful. Thank you ever so much. It's certainly cutting through the trash quite easily. This spec is not much to worry about doing this trash.
It's going to be trouble.
Maybe.
I must maintain a fine balance.
The dangers of wealth have never been so literal.
Came back alive, did ya? I'll organize the men. We'll start carting the gold out of here. No sign of old Kamasa, eh? Well, then he won't miss it. Keep anything you're able to lift out of there yourself. Let's call it a finder's fee, eh? I'm feeling generous today, considering we actually found treasure and all came out alive.
What's this wee business? I'm sorry, I don't remember you being there, apart from outside, for 2 seconds before you buggered off here to safety.
You hear a click?
How are you faring?
How can I be of aid? Time is short. Make haste.
The apex of filth.
Foul spores cloy the wind.
Sounds delightful.
fearsome creature.
The promised land is bountiful, a blissful place overflowing with potential. My brethren surround me. We are one, experiencing the entirety of time all at once. Even as I write this, I am on the cusp of transcendence. The script before my eyes morphs into illegible symbols. I cannot stop laughing, rejoicing at the bright future that I know us two will share.
Okay.
Come to bed with me?
No.
How disgusting! You were not
Easy enough.
worthy of my skills.
This looks like it will fit the ziggurat's door.
Die!
I don't know what it is that those witches are throwing around, man, but I tell you what, sometimes that hurts, that stuff.
I remember the before times. We bowed before a city who bowed before no one. But Mother is the one true queen. She is the one who brings solace. She is the one who grows gifts for us. We must keep eating them, for they bring pure delight.
So, eating transcendental, magical mushrooms grown in great big piles of poo. Yummy.
This ought to do the trick. Well, well. This foul creature has some use after all.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. It's like good witch, bad witch. Yeah, they'll sell. Not for much, but they'll sell. We're pretty much done here now, anyway.
You found it! Try placing the idol in the door. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Yeah, don't ask me where I got it from.
Bye.
Or where she was hiding it. I don't want to relive those memories. Thank you.
At long last. What is the source of that blinding light? You're mine!
We're covering an awful lot of ground today, like we did yesterday.
The heat! Create and master a son?
Would you put it past them? I mean, at the end of the day.
Life
flesh burns in your honor, O great Kopek.
I think not. Surge!
The sun obeys. Kopek, bless me. Touch of Kopek. Touch of Kopek.
Endless power corrupts.
Well, at least that stopped him talking.
Val ingenuity never ceases to amaze me.
Or appall me.
I wonder what that sun is. An incredible achievement, no doubt. But it doesn't fit with what the Val wrote about this place. Perhaps it powers the device we seek. The Val in this pyramid must have been trapped here since the Cataclysm. Was it corruption that kept them alive? Or the energy from their sun? I can't imagine a worse fate. These runes. I can make out symbols for blood and offering. Wait, no. It's not a blood offering, it's someone of Val blood. Perhaps if I... It worked! Now this is truly something! The apex! It's opening!
Jolly gosh!
Goodness me! We're back in the encampment? I can't believe it! We were right on top of this device the entire time. Oh. What? Some sort of gateway. Oh, how incredible!
How can I be of aid? This portal provides an opportunity that I had never considered. To consult the greatest minds of the Val directly. Enter the portal. Find their experts on the beast or on corruption. They may know of ways to control corruption that even I am not aware of. You might not know this, but the common tongue we are speaking is derived from ancient Val. They were the largest empire on Wraeclast for thousands of years. They should be able to understand you.
Yeah, so let's try a little bit of diplomacy, shall we?
Move swiftly.
She sounded, well, filthy. I don't know how those treasure hunters made it in there, but I sure feel for them. We all know risk is part of the job, but what a way to go. Boggles the mind, really.
Yeah.
Time travel gives me a headache. I'm trying to understand. Val priests built a gateway to their future to escape a coming catastrophe. That I can see. They needed someone with Val blood to activate the gateway on the other end. The other end being now. Our time. Why didn't they just activate it themselves back then? So that it would still be active now? And isn't needing someone with Val blood on this end a critical flaw, given that they were trying to escape a disaster they feared might wipe out their people? Does time pass equally on both ends? Is a day here, a day there? I'm probably overthinking this.
Yeah.
You hear a click. Duck.
You know not what you do. A great darkness comes. You meddle with what has been, and who knows what will happen because of it. What is dead should stay dead. Close the gateway and leave it alone, I say.
Listen, I'm with you, Servi. She did it, not me. It was Alva's fault. Right.
living Val? In the flesh? Hello! My name is Alva Valai. It was I who... No, don't run away! Oh, they think we pose a threat. Let's go after them.
Hang on.
Just
They're in
look
the
at
middle
that
of
view.
carving somebody up on a ritual
To
altar.
see this
And they think,
city
will
in
you
its
pose a
prime.
threat?
This is a dream come true.
You've got funny dreams, love.
There they are.
Yeah, let's try some diplomacy on them.
We mean no harm.
Yeah, hello. I mean you no harm.
I was hoping to avoid conflict.
Please don't run away. Please, I mean you no harm. Let me diplomacy you. I think this diplomacy is going rather well, don't you? Hi, we're from the future. We'd like to talk to you. Let me throw some diplomacy at you. Please don't run away, it makes diplomacying you very difficult.
Oh, amazing. What a find.
I'm sure Oswald will want this.
I'm sure he will.
The soil.
I'm not entirely certain I'm doing this diplomacy right. Please, we are your friends. We come in peace.
That looks valuable. Let's bring that one back with us.
It's another one of those big golden idol things.
I must maintain a fine balance. Quite the collection I've built.
We come in peace. Now, for whatever reason, I have to say, this mob that's coming up is one of my least favorites. Never really been able to, like, get this mob. I'm always only trying to overwhelm it with brute force and ignorance. Viper Napawatsi. Right, she's floating around now, right? She's doing her best floater impression, so you can't touch her. She's up there again, you can't touch her there. All of her mates are slinging poison at you. She called me an insect, oi! Insect. The cheek of it. Anyway, that's her done. So much for peace and diplomacy. Let's see what some brute force and ignorance can deliver.
Such beauty. Such violence.
So the next one, I think we head to King's March. And we'll do part 1 of King's March in the islands. And then we'll do the second part, finish the islands. And try to rebuild the machine, or at least the weapon. And then once we've done that, we'll do the interludes, we'll raise ourselves an army, and then we'll go to war. So we've got a lot to look forward to. And a lot to throw our 2-button build into. So far, so good. Ah yeah, remember that big heart we found down in the other part of the city? And we've been carrying it around with us for what feels like a bloody age? Well, this is where you bring it.
I do what I must.
Where are you?
Intruder is here? What of Nahuatzi? I see. No mercy then. Kill him on sight.
Ah, there's Alpha. I love the Doriani fight. It always reminds me of Sonic the Hedgehog.
How is this possible?
Fool! There is no time for this. Azeri will soon commune with the beast. Cease your assault.
Shock!
You'll see what I mean when we get there. And yes, I played Sonic as a kid. And Zelda. I never got into Pokemons though. I never quite got the... I never got the fuss. I never understood why people would like got into Pokemon so big.
And I don't have room for that.
Here we go. The main man.
So, the eve of the end, the demon of Zoatl has finally come for me.
You will suffer, Architect of Death.
Nothing can stand against us. Observe. Sacrifice is the only path to survival. cannot give up. I must save my people.
You know why we're here! It happened! It cannot be stopped!
No, I will succeed. The destruction of Azzoatl will be repaid 1,000-fold. How foolish.
We didn't destroy Azzoatl. It was like that when we arrived.
What? How? Get up! Get up! I cannot allow you to interfere. You leave me. No! Do not fail me. Not now! How could this happen? All I've done. All that I sacrificed.
Your people cannot be saved. History is already written. You can stay here and die, or come with us and help save the future.
The legacy of the Val must be protected. I do know of a way to contain the beast.
Best you start talking then. My friend here isn't exactly the peacemaking type.
If only
Well, I
had
do
more
try
time.
my diplomacy every now
There is
and
an
again.
ancient weapon. A weapon that was used against corruption from a civilization lost to the ages. I have one piece of it. 3 others were scattered. I've been searching for them, but the Karui have interfered at every turn.
So will you help us?
I suppose I must. It is too late for us here. This era is over. I pleaded with Aziri for her patience, but she would not abide me. She will attempt her communion with the beast, and utter devastation will ravage our people. But the fact that you are here, a living descendant of our people, it gives me some hope for our future. I will come to your era. Perhaps there is still time.
Communion
It's
with the
settled then.
beast.
Let's hurry back to the time portal.
That sounds disgusting.
Now
strange
then, it is time we
alliance.
departed.
But
Activate the portal.
I am willing to
We will
listen.
see about it.
What is happening?
It begins.
What can we do? Help me get us through the gate!
Oops. I'm blaming Alva.
Utsal. My people. They're all long dead. It's one thing to hear it, but another to see it. This city is nothing but a grave. I can't change their fate. But the Val are not entirely gone. Alva and her Val ancestry is proof of that. I will do what I must to protect what remains, and perhaps one day we can rebuild. For that to happen, we need the weapon. We must travel to the archipelago the Karui call Namakanui. If the pieces still exist, that is where they will be found. Study of the beast was my life's work, and the work of many Vark scientists before me. Despite its danger, I still consider it a thing of beauty, a work of genius. It is capable of changing something fundamental about the nature of our existence. The beast showed us it can be done. Our experiments with life, with death, with machinery and augmentation, they were all inspired by it. We can surpass the impossible if only we are willing to sacrifice enough. I gathered the greatest minds of our era in one place. We embarked on journeys of discovery that mankind could never before conceive. No ethical bounds, no moral limits. We sought immortality, both in flesh and in machinery. We sought understanding of corruption. We even sought to master time itself. In the end, it was all for naught. Time is of the essence.
Oh, good. You're alive. Well, that was quite the adventure, wasn't it?
Have you learned the location of the weapon?
He has revealed the truth. The weapon is in pieces. He retains one of them. The others are somewhere to be found in a Karui archipelago.
Namakanui. Interesting. We must make haste.
Well then, how about I take you and your merry friends to Kingsmarch? The port town is within the area of Namakanui. From there, you can charter a ship from my contact and begin your search. We've quite a haul of treasure we've borrowed from Utsal. It will more than cover the charter cost.
Kingsmarch would indeed be a wise location from which to base ourselves.
Great. We can leave whenever you're ready. Just let me know. Well, he wasn't the worst captor I've ever had. And I suppose he did save us back there. At least it appears he is on your side for now. But you shouldn't forget who he is and all he has done. There is something eerily cold and calculating about him.
Through the looking glass of history, it is easy to judge someone's actions.
That sounds quite wise. In any case, I believe he will aid you so long as your goals align with his. The moment they do not... I'm just saying, don't turn your back on him. I briefly saw the sky and the people. They were... Well, let's just say I now understand why Val ruins look the way they do.
You may never forget what you saw.
It was unreal, unlike anything I could have imagined. But it all happened so fast. Perhaps that was a blessing. Good luck.
Returning with Doriani was an inspired move. As the foremost expert on the beast that ever lived, he is exactly the man we need. I doubt we can trust him in a broader sense, but for the moment, our goals are aligned. He wishes to contain the beast, and so do we. If he thinks we should travel south to Namakanui, then so we shall. This weapon of the precursors, it may just be our best hope. Do whatever it takes.
You bring someone we only talk about in our darkest tale. That man is not just a myth. Him a monster from the shadows of the past. His arrogance helped crack the world. And now you bring him here, to us, and expect him to help you? You would doom us all. Farewell.
I can't pretend to guess the consequences of what you've done here. I'm not one to give lectures. If you think it's the best course of action, I can only hope that you are right. I promise you this. If I end up dead because of this Doriani fellow, I'm gonna haunt you for the rest of time. Don't get eaten.
Runesmith, at your service. That gateway goes back in time. Are you pulling one over on me? If you're going in anyway, let me know if you see any runestones. Maybe I'd... No, never mind. I'm quite content to stay in the present, actually. Watch the stars.
Speak.
Hello. It's a long journey, but relatively safe once we're clear of the jungle. The Kalgurans keep the road pretty secure. Shall we?
Doriani has one piece of an ancient weapon that can control corruption. The other 3 pieces lie somewhere in the countless islands of the Karui archipelago, but their current leader is distrustful of outsiders. He would never give us passage. Our only path forward lies through Kingsmarch. Perhaps there we shall find a ship and crew brave enough to take us where we need to go.
Alright, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, geezers and geezettes.
We've arrived.
Thank
I
you
must
ever
have
so much
drifted off.
for indulging me. Not the worst captor I've ever had. Okay, thanks, Alva. Alright, take care, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.